Hello, I'm Miss Pam, and welcome back to Lucama's Pajama Storytime. Our theme is libraries, and so our first book up is Lola at the Library, and that is written by Anna McQuinn and Rosalind Beardshaw. Lola at the Library. Let's see what happens with Lola when she goes to the library. Lola loves Tuesdays. On Tuesdays, Lola and her mommy go to the library. Well, the library opens at 9 o'clock, but Lola is ready to go long before that. She puts all the books she borrowed last week in her backpack. Her library card is also very important. The library is not very far away, so Lola and her mommy always walk there. Lola and her mommy give back the books from last week. The librarian buzzes them through the machine. There is a special section in the library just for children. It is really cool. Nobody ever says, shh. Sometimes they're singing. Lola knows all the words and the hands for Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Sometimes there is story time. Lola loves that. After story time, Lola chooses her books in the library. She can have any book she wants. Lola likes stories with bears and anything with shoes. There are so many, it takes ages to choose. Mommy has some books too. The librarian buzzes them through the machine, then stamps the date inside. Lola must bring them back in 2 weeks, but she will probably be back for long before then. Lola and her mommy always get a snack after visiting the library. Mommy has a cappuccino and Lola has juice. Whenever Lola has been good, her mommy lets her taste the foam. Then it is time to go home again. Every night after Lola is tucked in bed, her mommy reads her a story. It is the best way to end a day. And that is Lola at the library. That probably sounds a lot like some of your activities when you go to the library. You get to pick your own books, you get to check them out, you bring back the ones that you've taken out, you get to talk to the librarian. So that's what happens when you go to the library, and that's what happened with Lola. Next we have Rappy Goes to the Library, and that is written by Dan Gutman and it's illustrated by Tim Bowers. Rappy Goes to the Library. I'm rapping on vacation, I'm rapping at home, I'm rapping in Paris, I'm rapping in Rome. Mrs. Hooper is my teacher, a huge and terrifying creature. She said, put away your notes and everybody get your coats. Grab your lunch and snack, she cried. Today we're going for a ride. We drove and drove a million hours in the sun and in rain showers. We rode a train and flew a jet. I shouted out, are we there yet? I'll tell you, it was one long trip. We even took a rocket ship. Okay, all of that didn't happen. I got caught up in my rapping. There was no train or jet or ferry. We just went to the library. Mrs. H said, shh, be quiet. You don't want to start a riot. Everyone should make good choices. Only use your inside voices. My name is Mrs. Darian, said a very nice librarian. Mrs. D said, glad to meet you, and I promise not to eat you. Welcome to the library. The best part is the books are free. You don't have to pay a dime. Just take the books. It's not a crime. Checking books out isn't hard once you have this little card. We all had to wait in line. Mrs. D then gave me mine. I was oh so very happy. On the front, my card said, Rappy. So many books are on the shelf. I can't count them all myself. Do you have books on foreign lands? Yes, but kids should raise their hands. Is there a book about a cow? Yes, but we're not reading now. Boats, planes, volcanoes erupting? Will you please stop interrupting? I was getting nasty looks when I asked about the books. Mrs. D gave us a tour. We had to look at every floor. I wasn't going to make a peep, but half the class was half asleep. Everything was such a bore. I think I heard a few kids snore. Mrs. D was nearly weeping when she noticed kids were sleeping. When I saw the kids all napping, I decided to start rapping. Take a look at all these books. Books that are fiction, books that are fat, books that help you to relax. Some are silly, some are scary, some have little houses on the prairie. There are books about knitting and books about sewing and books about anything that's worth knowing. Stories are set in all kinds of places, like under the sea and in outer spaces. Some of the books are filled with big words. Others have nothing but pictures of birds. Everyone's dancing around with the books that they have found. It was totally outrageous. Reading stuff can be contagious. Mrs. D was really happy. She said, I'm so proud of you, Rappy. Everybody stopped to cheer. Now I'm Book Guy of the Year. There were no more dirty looks as I was checking out my books, and even though I didn't need them, I couldn't wait to sit and read them. Books can teach you how to skate, and this one helps you lose some weight. Here's one called The Lonely Bunny. This one helps you make more money. Books on cars, books on painting, so many books I might be fainting. I like sports and I like hiking. I like swimming. I like biking. I like cake and I like cherries. But most of all, I like libraries. And that was Rappy Goes to the Library. Well, I hope you enjoyed these books about the library and all the things that we offer, the fun that we have. And I hope you won't take too long to make a visit and take a trip to the library. See you next time here in Lucama. I'm Miss Pam signing off. Bye-bye.